Okay, hello everybody. I just wanted to walk through a little something here. I have a lot of my old files, mostly photos, like 40 or 50 gigabytes or something. I don't know, maybe even more. Photos, videos, programs, all this stuff that's in Dropbox. And Dropbox conveniently does not give you a great way, unless you have the business version, to um, move this stuff somewhere else. And so I'm paying for, Dropbox, I'm paying for iCloud storage, I'm paying for Google Drive or Google Workspace. And so I'm just at a point where I want to cut out some subscriptions. So sorry, Dropbox, but you got to go. Um, so I found this thing called RClone that is a free way, but it is a little more technical way. There's some other tools out there. Um, for example, MultCloud, Cloud HQ, um, and then, like I said, Dropbox has a transfer to Google Drive feature, I think, if you have the business plan, but I think I just have a personal plan. But instead of paying whatever it is, 140 bucks or 120 bucks a year, I don't know, 15 bucks a month, whatever it is, I just am wanting to get rid of it. So I found I found RClone, and I have just started installing it. So what I did was I opened a new VS Code window, and then I opened up the terminal, which you can do on a Mac here with Control and tilde, and that'll toggle this little thing here. Maybe we'll make it a little bigger. Um, I'll close this. Okay. Move myself to a spot where I'm not going to be in the way. Okay. So initially, what we had to run. So I'm going to quit the config here just so that I can show you what I ran first. Okay. So the first thing you want to run is this curl command. This is for Mac only. For Windows, I think they have. You could probably do it in the command prompt too, but they also have like a download that you can get from their GitHub repo. So you run this curl command, rclone.org, install that sh. So it's a shell script. Run it sudo bash. So I ran that, and what that does here is installs it. So we have our download information. Put my password in, and then it just showed me the files that it created in this archive that has the zip file and then everything that's inside of there. You can see it's successfully installed. We run rclone config for setup, and then I run rclone version just to see that it's installed. Right? If you get rclone version and it says rclone is not a command or some type of error, then it didn't install correctly. So everything's good. So we go in, our next command that we want to run rclone config. And what this does here is we're going to set up the configuration for Dropbox in rclone. So we'll run rclone config, and then I'm gonna run this here. So rclone config, right? And we're gonna do new because we want a new remote. So we do n for new, the name of the new remote. This one's gonna be Dropbox. So we're just gonna name it in all lowercase. We're gonna name it Dropbox. All right. Let's see all this. Okay, so option storage, type of storage to configure. Choose a number from below or type in your own value. Okay, so I have never seen this before, so let's see. I see box. Let's see if we can see. Oh, there's Dropbox 13. So I guess just to give a little better overview, there's a whole bunch of stuff on here. You got your Amazon S3, you got Cloudinary, Citrix, FTP, GoFile, HTTP. Man, you could do a lot of stuff here. Pretty cool. SSH, SFTP, all normal stuff, Zoho. Cool. So 13 was Dropbox, so we're going to set that up. option client ID, auth client ID, leave blank normally, enter a value, press enter, leave empty. So for the client ID, so I named it Dropbox. I'm going to do this. I'm going to leave it empty. So I'm just going to hit enter. And then for the OAuth secret, I'm also going to leave this empty. Just going to hit enter. And that says edit advanced config. So I'm going to do no. Not sure that I have to. This is my first time doing this. So it says use web browser to automatically authenticate RClone with a remote. Say why. If the machine running RClone has a web browser you can use. Say N if RClone machine without a web browser. So I can say yes because I do have a web browser. And what that did is that opened up. Let me pull that window over to the so you guys can see it. All right, so we got RClone would like to edit your Dropbox files, yada 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 yada. Don't think we have a choice, so we click allow. All right, all done. Please go back to RClone. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna X this out. All right. So then we get, oh yeah, we got a whole bunch of stuff here. Keep this Dropbox remote. Yes, this is okay. Edit this remote. So yes, this is okay. And I may edit this video and scramble some of these things out of here, so some of you sophisticated people aren't trying to do nonsense to my files. All right. So we're going to go back to our configuration guide that I am using here. Okay, so we have Dropbox set up. Now the next one we need to do is we need to configure Google Drive. So we're going to we do RClone config, or in this case we can just do new remote. So we do N for new remote. Remote name, I'm just going to name it G Drive, Google Drive. And we're going to find good old Google Drive, number 20. Okay, 20. Full access, all files, including data, full blah, 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 blah. Okay, so choose a number from below. Okay, option scope. Full access, all files, excluding application data. Read-only access. Access files created by RClone only. I am going to give it full access. You may be able to limit this depending on what you want to do. I want to move everything. I don't really care. So I'm going to go ahead and say full access. Leave that blank. No, I do not want to do edit or advanced config. Yes, I have a web browser. That is also going to open a window. And I am going to put it on my workspace. This one I want to use. Cool. All right, so we have that. Configure this as a shared drive, a team drive. I'm going to say, so make sure you redirect URL. Figure this as a team drive. I'm going to say no. I could. This is my company, my team, whatever, but I'm going to say no. It's going to give me a token and all this stuff. Keep G drive remote. Yes, this is okay. So why? All right, so we have our two drives here. So that worked seamlessly. Now we want to verify our setup. So I'm going to go ahead and quit out of this. Cute. Okay. Move this down a little bit. All right, so we're going to do RClone list remotes. And what this should do is it should show exactly what you see there. We have Dropbox and G Drive. And then in order to ensure that Dropbox is accessible and G Drive are accessible from RClone, we're going to run these commands. RClone LSD, nice, Dropbox. Okay, Directory not found. Well, let's try RClone, LSD. Oh, that's because I forgot. I forgot the. Excuse me. I forgot the Dropbox. You have to have the semicolon afterwards. There we go. Alright, so I don't even remember what half of this stuff is, but most of the stuff I want is in my camera uploads. Some of these are like company stuff, whatever, yada yada. Just stuff that's stacked up over the years. December 31st, 1999? Maybe. Seems like a long time. That can't be right. I don't know what that is. Alright, ignore that. So that one's good. We're also going to check Google Drive. So RClone, LSD, Google, G Drive. Well, we named it with a semicolon. Sweet. So we're going to get our stuff there. Alright. And then what we want to do is we want to start our transfer from Dropbox to Google Drive. So to copy everything from Dropbox to Google Drive, we're going to use this command. So I'm going to get everything in, so I want to do the root. So this command's RClone copy Dropbox, and it does the root, and Google Drive Dropbox backup. So it's going to have a directory called Dropbox backup, and it's going to push this. So all this stuff is going to run, looks like an ETA of 3 hours and 10 minutes. So we'll pause things here, and it appears there are, oh, I guess there's only 2 more steps. So I I will pick those back up after this completes. But just for the sake of it, we can watch the progress of all the stuff that's going on here. But the next steps are going to be to verify the transfer, and all we have to do for that is we're going to type in RClone check Dropbox, then we'll do photos, and then G Drive. Oops. Dropbox backup. That way we can check and see that those happen. It'll compare the files to ensure stuff transferred correctly. There's also another optional step if we want to get rid of stuff on Dropbox, which I am going to do this differently, but I'll show you the command in order to purge your Dropbox. You'd use RClone, either delete Dropbox, and then say we have a thing called photos, a directory or whatever. Do that. Or you can simply do RClone purge Dropbox. Oops. And that would be the root for that. So that would purge those all out. And that is basically it. What I'm going to do is when this is done, I'm going to also attach a couple clips or screenshots or whatever of the process after it had run. So you'll see all my files in my Google Drive, and then we can get rid of Dropbox for good. So hopefully this was helpful. It's just a little bit technical, and it's not tough at all. I think it's actually really easy and absolutely free. So hope you guys learned a thing or two, and we'll see you next time.